The content you're about to enjoy comes from the archives of The Best You. We're devoted to the very best in personal development. With a magazine and resources dedicated to inspiring and changing people's lives, at The Best You, we work with the world's leading writers and trainers on the evolution of the self, and people whose journeys have been affected by their work and words. For more information, go to www.thebestyou.co.
So good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my talk, all about the elite business lifestyle. And for the next 45 minutes, I'm going to explain what that concept is and get you to stretch your minds, think differently, behave differently, and learn a few things in the process. Is that okay? Yeah? Good. Let me just understand, first of all, who here already runs a business? Excellent. You are in the right room. I love that. Just a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know who I am, what I am, I've already been told that I look different in real life than the picture. You'll be happy to know that I am Elliot Kay. I am the Managing Director of Strategic Brilliance Services. And what we do is we work with business owners and we really help them to do something quite phenomenal. And that's build businesses that allow them to live the elite business lifestyle. And let me tell you what the definition of the elite business lifestyle is. It's having a job that you love that gives you lots of magic moments in life. Because how many of you would agree that once we're up and running a business, it can consume our time, our energy, our brain, our thoughts, our life, right? Thank you. So what we do is we help people move away from that. And I'm going to be talking about that throughout the next 45 minutes. I also run a business called Speaker Express, where I'm the lead trainer and the founder. And I also consult to the government. So I work with fast-growing businesses, and I go in and make sure that they're sustainable, that they're going to be around in a few years, and it's very practical. And as part of my give back, I also give my time to the Prince's Trust. Everybody heard about the Prince's Trust? Yeah, so I work on the enterprise program. I teach them how to pitch. I teach them how to sell and hopefully build a business. So that's what I do in my spare time. Last year, my book, Power to Succeed, became a bestseller. Oh, come on. I know it's Friday afternoon. Became a bestseller. There we go. Good. And that is available in the shop, I've been asked to say. So if you want a copy, it's in the shop as well. I've won awards. I've won Best Regional Strategist, International Strategist. I was third in Britain's Next Top Coach. And last year, I was a semi-finalist here at the Best You for Most Inspiring Up-and-Coming Dude, person. I'm not even sure what the term is, right? But that's what I did. Here's our mission. Our mission for the next few years is to help 1 million businesses. We really are passionate about helping business owners have fulfilled lives, not be consumed by their businesses, so they can go out there and make an impact, whether that'll be on their family, or whether that'll be on their community, or whether that'll be in the world. And how many of you agree right now we need some great leaders in this world? How many of you are a bit pissed off with the current leaders in this world? No names mentioned, right? We want to keep this clean. So that's our mission, to reach 1 million businesses. I've done a lot of international speaking. I've spoken all over the world. Last year, I spoke in Vegas. I spoke in LA, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. I've spoken in Africa, across Europe. And also, as I said, last year we launched in Los Angeles. That was an interesting experience. Anyone here done a physical international launch, just out of interest? No. Okay, good. If you ever do, speak to me first. I can give you lots of insights of what not to do when launching, especially in Los Angeles, right? And I used to be known as the coach with a hat. I built up a coaching brand, and we used to run seminars called Power to Succeed, which is also the name of the book that I wrote. And every 2 months, we'd run seminars with 100 to 150 people. It was a great business. It gave me great cash flow. It gave me a lot of freedom. And I'm going to talk about the defining moment a bit later when I changed direction and making some big decisions. Some of the corporate clients I've worked with, some of the businesses I've helped build are up there. I've dealt with £50 million project, national rollouts for the big guns. And I've helped very small businesses as well, such as Rawfest and things like that, really help and grow throughout the year. I'm going to say this now. I know this is about passion to profit. There's no quick fix in business, all right? I want to say that now. There's no quick fix. There's no quick fart. All the people that are selling Accelerate This and Be Rich within 30 days, those are the ones making the money. right? So I just want you clear about that there's no quick fixes when it comes to building businesses. Here's some of the great people I get to mentor on a regular basis. I just like to show that so people understand they're human beings. And it's a variety of people that I work with. But here's what's really important for me. Everything that I do for two reasons, and two reasons alone. Number one, so I can be a father to my daughter. Number two, so I can be a husband to my wife. Everything that I do, and be a good one at that, right? I'm already those, but so I can be a good one, so I can be a better one. So all the businesses that I build, everything that I do is all about creating that quality time so I can be there for my daughter, who's now 15 months, and apparently already talking about others. I don't know if it'll be daughters or boys, we'll find out. But also to be there with my husband. If there's too many nights that I can't be home to tuck Ariella in bed, or I'm too grumpy with my wife, something needs to change. And so everything I do is about that. And this is why I'm doing this talk about this. Last couple of years, I talked about how to make 100 grand, and that was nice. But this year, I was like, I want to do about something bigger and better than just about turnover and money, which is why I decided this year to do this topic. So that's why I do everything I do. So how did I end up here at this point? So back in 2015, I got married. I'd recovered from bankruptcy in 2008. I went bankrupt. I pretty much lost everything I had. I remember being lying in my flat in Acton. Anyone from West London? No one from West London. Normally someone puts... Is no one admitting to coming from West London? I don't know. I'm lying there in Acton in my flat wondering how I was going to pay my rent, how I was going to eat. It was one of those typical entrepreneur stories. I managed to turn it around and rebuild. And here's where my defining moment kicked in. In 2015, we came back from our honeymoon. We had a great honeymoon. As I told you, the Power to Succeed business was doing really well. I had time. I had cash flow. I was making impact. I had clients. It was fantastic. But I wanted more. I wanted more cash flow. I wanted more clients. I wanted more impact. Can anyone relate to that? So before I went on my honeymoon, I actually launched another business, as you do. As if running two isn't enough, I was like, do you know what? I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm going to run a third business. Who's the serial entrepreneurs in the house? Like, just jump from one business to another. We need to talk. We need to talk, right? Hey, Violetta. And we got back from the honeymoon. After 6 weeks, half in US, half in Argentina, and I looked at my calendar and my heart dropped. How many of you look at your calendar and go, when am I ever going to take a day off? Who can relate to that? And I was like, booked up, considering this is only the end of January, I was booked up till November. And my wife just went, Elliot, something has to change. I didn't marry that. I married you and you promised me a different lifestyle. And I just had that sinking, guilty feeling. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where you're like, oh my God. She's like, look, I want to have a baby. I want us to have a life. I want you to be able to take me on a date. But right now I'm looking at your calendar. I'm not seeing that. And that really ate at my gut. Do you know that feeling? That sinking feeling? And we just got married. And I was like, oh my God, I'm already messing things up. Right? So that was my defining moment. So I was like, something has to change. And I made the brave decision to actually shut one of the businesses down and pursue one business. I'm still a commercial director for another one, but I'm not full time. And it took time to communicate that and transfer and transform. But that's the brave decision I had to take. And this is why I'm doing this talk. Excuse me. So let me ask you this. Let's have some shout out. This room's all about passion to profit. So why follow your passion? Let's have some shout outs. Huh? Because you feel it. Happiness. Yes. Huh? Meaningful. Fulfillment. Huh? Motivation. Be inspired. All very good answers. Here's the question for you. Is passion enough? Is passion enough to build a business, sustain it, for you to run it for years to come? It's not. But so many people run businesses on passion alone. And you can't take passion to the bank, right? Passion is important. I agree with you, right? It doesn't allow you to have slick operations because this room's all about passion, right? And so many people get stuck in, you just need to be passionate about something. You just need a passion. It's true, but that's not enough to build a sustainable business. It's certainly not enough to create profits in your business, but it is important to keep going. I love what I do. I've been doing this for over 10 years now. This is my third business. I'm around. I've stuck around. I am passionate about what I do. But I tell you now, people that build businesses on passion alone end up burnt out. And they end up building a business that's worse than a job because they don't do things with a plan and strategically. And I always get this, but I run my business intuitively. I'm like, great. You make a decision with your intuition, but you execute with a strategy. Can we all agree on that? Yeah? That's really important. So that's why passion is not enough. Let's have some shout outs. Why did your business owners in this room, why did you start a business? There's 6 key reasons. Let's have some shout outs. Nice and loud so I can hear you. To make a difference. Freedom. To solve a problem. I don't know why I said self-actualization. Self-actualization. Anything else? Self-determination. No one said to make money. Why is that? Can you run a business without making money? Otherwise, you have a very expensive hobby, right? So yes, believe it or not, who here has issues with making money? Please be honest, raise your hands. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to give you 3 words that are going to change your life. Are you ready? The 3 words that are going to change your life. Do you want 3 words that are going to change your life? Very simple. Here we go. Ready? Get over it. Got it? Right? Those are 3 words that are going to change your life, because if you have any issues with money, you can't charge what you should be charging or could be charging, then you have issues with it coming in. It blocks the flow. I do believe that money is an energy. It's a flow. And if you have any issues around it, it will block it. Please go see a money coach. Please deal with your money issues so you can go out and do some great stuff with your life. There's 6 key reasons, according to research, why we build a business. Number 1 is passion. We've discussed that. Number 2 is freedom. One of you said that. Good job. The other one is to make money. Yes, it doesn't have to be millions. Remember, it's enough to sustain your business lifestyle. The other one is time.
For complementary resources from my book, my complimentary e-course, The Power of the Question, or recommended reads, go to www.thequestion.com/resources. For more information on my coaching or mentoring, go to www.bernardo-moya.com.
How many would love to choose how you spend your time and not have it dictated to you? Yeah. The other one is to be of service, to make a difference. And the last one is less stress. We build a business because we want less stress, right? Here's my question. How's that working out for you so far? What do you think the answers I get when I ask that question? Not well? Not good? What else? You laughed? I kind of get interesting language when I ask that question often. But here's what really happens, the reality. When we look at the 6 reasons, we get passion, I'm losing it, right? Because you're busy being busy. You seem to be doing all this stuff that's not getting you results. It's not leading you anywhere, or it doesn't feel that way, right? Next part is I'm busy being busy. How many of you know people that are just busy? And like, what are you doing? I don't know, but I'm busy. Yeah, should we sit down and have a coffee? Sure. When? I don't know. I'm busy. Do you know someone like that? Do you know someone like that intimately? Are you sitting in their seat by any chance? Just busy being busy. The next part is money. What money? It comes, it goes. No one's buying my services. The other one we get is I don't have any time. I'm starting to burn out. Anyone hit burnout here because they've just been doing too much? It's horrible. It's crippling, right? It's not why we build a business. That's not why we pursue our passion. We don't do that to build something that's worse than a job, that pays us less, that we get less reward, and destroys our health. Do we agree on that? Yeah. And the last part is stress. I get more colorful language than yeah, right. But, you know, we'll go with that. Yeah, right, for now. So what does your dream life look like? One of the steps we do when we look, and I work with business owners, 6 figures upwards, that really want to move away from being captured by their business, which is worse than the job, to what we call living the elite business lifestyle. One of the key questions is, what does your dream lifestyle look like? What does your ultimate lifestyle look like? Yeah? What are your passion projects? What are your give back projects? How do you want to spend your time? Now, a lot of you say happiness, and happiness is important. But I think instead of focusing on being happy, I'd say focus on being fulfilled. Because fulfillment is more sustainable than happiness. Happiness will always come and go. Yeah? but fulfillment is sustainable. Do you agree with that? You cannot agree as well if you want. But from my experience, can you be happy every single day? Can you? You can. Every single day of your life. You're either on drugs or delusional, right? You can. At some point, you will feel sadness. It's human emotion. You can't be up here the whole time, right? But fulfillment, even through sadness, you can still feel fulfillment. That's why I would say aim for fulfillment versus happiness, right? Benefits, income, what does it look like? How many of you sat there every year and you define what that looks like for you? And I'm not talking about vision board. That's something you can do. From a business perspective, what do you want your business to give your lifestyle? And a lot of people skip this. How many of you sit there beginning of the year and plan out your holidays, your date nights, your skiing trips? How many of you do that? How many of you plan out all your business stuff? Yeah, because you did that with me and my trainings, right? But how many of you plan out your business stuff, your meetings, and you look ahead? How many of you do that? Right? Wrong way around. Do it the other way around. Because here's what will happen from a mindset point of view. If you book in the holidays, doesn't matter if you know where you're going, your date nights, everything that matters to you, do you think you'll treat time differently to reach and go on those holidays versus squeezing your holiday in because you've got a week off somewhere? Do you think it will do something to your mindset in terms of how you deal with time? Would it? Yeah? It's okay to say yes, by the way. You're allowed? Yes? Good, thank you. So this is what we work on a lot. Remember, the business supports your lifestyle. It doesn't consume it. You do not build a business to lose your life. It's just not the way, right? It doesn't matter how passionate you are. You've got to have the lifestyle to go with it. So this is how we do it. This is our system that we teach. Feel free to take a picture of this. There's 3 key areas that you've got to keep your eye on. Whether you're a 6 or a 7-figure business, it really doesn't matter. But this is all about supporting the lifestyle. So the first part is the heartbeat piece. That's your purpose, your vision, and your values. It's your why are you in business, your big why. We'll talk about that in a bit. It's what does your big why look like visually? And then, of course, your values. What do you stand for as a business? Yeah. Your values also become your recruitment criteria for when you enroll people into your business. How many of you have teams? 1 of you, 2 of you, 3 of you. Good. Yes. So it's your values that you use to enroll people. And when you do it via values, hey, see that? You actually create more loyalty because you know each other's values. The next part of it is this, understanding your clients. Who's your ideal clientele? What's their mindset? Who are they? What are they? Who is your audience versus your clients? Really understanding these aspects. Looking at your funnel, sales and marketing, looking at all the unsexy stuff that's essential to running a business. And of course, brand positioning. What are you as a brand, whether you're a personal brand, whether you are a company brand? It really is important that you think of how you position yourself as a brand. And the next plan is where we talk about the game plan. And that's the 5 strategy every business must have. And that's sales and marketing, operations, people, finances, or team, cash flow. You've got to look at those 5 key areas on a regular basis. And then you work out how all of that comes together to support that lifestyle that you want to live. Yeah, that's why we do EBL. That's why it's about the elite business lifestyle. Remember, it's about a business that you love that gives you magic moments and time to do what you want. That's our definition of EBL, right? What's in the way? So what gets in the way of us doing it? It's all very well us doing this, Elliot. You know, this is all great theory. What gets in the way, people? Let's have some more shout outs. I know I'm getting you to talk on a lunchtime on a Friday. Go on. So different demands, different markets. Okay, good. What else gets in the way of us building this business that we want, the 6, the 7 figure? Yeah. We get in our own way. Yes. Wearing all the different hats, technician entrepreneurs. I'm the accountant. I'm the marketeer. I'm the sales. I'm the operations. And you will be at the beginning. That's just a fact. Yes. But good time management allows you to break that down better. Yeah, good. What else? Any other things? Yes. Confidence. Absolutely, confidence. Good. All very good stuff. Excuse me. Having a daughter, for those of you who have kids, you'll know that the kids goes to nursery, they get ill, they come home, they give you the colds. So I'm kind of recovering from my daughter's beautiful present of a cold. Yeah, All of those are absolutely 100%. And I really want you to think like this, by the way. If you take nothing else from my presentation, stop thinking how, start thinking who. Yes? So especially when you're talking about wearing a lot of hats, stop thinking how, start thinking who. Who can you bring in that can help you? Who's that person that you can help, that can support you in certain aspects? Doesn't mean they need to work with you full time. The more you start thinking expansively, the more you start thinking of how people can support and help you, the quicker your business will grow. I promise you that. So there's 6 key reasons why people actually don't build a business from a strategy point of view, and that's they're not objective. When you're running a passion-based business, it's very hard to be objective. You need someone to come and go, that doesn't work, that's not working, or that's a great idea. The next part, of course, is losing the spark. Confidence. We get in our own way. We're busy being busy, right? So we lose our spark. How many of you sometimes wake up and go, why am I bothering? Be honest. Only one of you? Come on, people. Thank you. Thank you for your honesty. No data. A lot of business owners in this space, and some of them get to 7 figures somehow, yet they never look at the data in the business. They never look at what is going online, how they're getting their customers, not even looking what the customers want. You've got to look at data-driven decisions. Time poor. Yeah, that's a key reason why your business isn't going to grow. Wherever you've got it to, well done. But if you're time poor, there's only 24 hours in the day and there's only so much energy you can distribute. Next part is overwhelm. How many of you know that one? Very well. Where are the business owners in the house? Let me see your hands. No overwhelm? Or you just not putting your hands up? And of course, building a business that's worse than a job. Those are the 6 key reasons we come across a lot. So I just want to tell you about these. How am I doing for time, by the way, people? I'm doing all right. I'm actually doing really well for time. Cool. I want to tell you about these 3 people that we consider now to be living the elite business lifestyle, but when they came to us, they weren't. So that's Jackie. She runs a business called Tomes Homes. And when she came to me, she, on paper, was really successful. How many of you agree that building a property portfolio within 10 months worth £1.3 million is successful? How many of you would say that's a pretty good achievement? Right. So she came to me, and that's what she'd achieved. Yeah, she sat there. She was pale. She had no energy. She was going, I don't know why I'm doing this. And she burst out crying. And do you know what she said? She said, the worst thing is, Elliot, I don't have time to do my nails. Women, do you relate to that? Because at the moment, I really had to put myself in her shoes, because I couldn't relate to that. But the point is, she had no time for herself. Zero time for herself. And for her, not doing nails represented no self-care. That's why it was such a big deal. Harriet came to me. Harriet Wiley Cohen. Has everyone heard of Harriet Wiley Cohen? Yeah, a couple of you. Good. She came to me. She was already up and running. But again, very time poor, wasn't getting the sales conversions she wanted. And definitely wasn't making the impact she wanted, therefore not spending time with her 2 boys. And then Paul, funnily enough, everyone gets that one client who shouldn't be your client, but ends up your client anyway. Do you know what I'm talking about? So Paul came to me, and he's in the meat industry. He supplies mechanics to meat factories. And we're not going to have a conversation about meeting or not. That's not the point here, right? And I was like, oh my God, you're so not my normal client. But he came to me and said, Elliot, I've built a really strong business. The cash flow is really good, but I never see my wife. I never, ever see my wife. I'm on the road. I'm doing 18-hour days. I can't handle it anymore. She's angry with me. I'm angry with her. We need to sort that out. No, I don't do relationship counseling, by the way. Just want to say that. Send them to you, right? And those are 3 people. So what did we do with these guys? I'm going to give you the 8 steps because these are really important.
For more information on collaborating, partnering, sponsoring, supporting, or speaking at any of our events, or finding out more about our legacy clubs, go to www.thebestyou.co. If you're interested in finding out more about the amazing content we have, please go to www.thebestyou.online and get your 14-day free trial now.
First thing we did with all of them is what's your big why in business? That's the first thing. So Jackie, right? Jackie, who was crying over her nails. It's like, Jackie, why are you building a business? At the time she was working. So I can leave my job. Great. Then what? I can buy more houses. Good. Then what? I can go on holidays. It's like, yeah, good. Then what? And I kept pushing her. What is your big why? Why a business? Why something that can suck the life out of you, all of your energy? You don't have time to do your nails. Why? Give me your why. And I pushed her. And were the coaches in the room? Yeah, you know that moment where their eyes are going and they're shaking and they're about to have the breakthrough. And she got to that moment and suddenly she just went, and this calmness came onto her. She was like, Elliot, I am growing this business so I can hold my kids' hands when they go to school. I was like, wow. I still get goosebumps when I tell that story. It's like, whew. Do you think that changed the whole course of why they run a business? And I'm talking why, because she does it with her now husband, Dave. I pushed Harry. I'm like, why are you building? Why are you doing this coaching? You can do coaching and da-da-da. But why? And she goes, Elliot, everything I do is about spending time with my 2 boys. Yeah? And that's all I want to do. Friday afternoons are sacred. I want my Friday afternoons back. It's like, great, let's build a business around that. And then Paul was like, I just want to spend quality time with my wife. And we want to go on holidays and we want to travel. Great. Let's build the life around that. So the second step is what we discussed before. It's the lifestyle design. Well, what does that lifestyle look like for you? And it's not for me to say right or wrong. For some people, it's about quality time with family. For some people, it's about the cars and the houses. It's not for me to judge that. Yeah. If that's what you want, great. If that's what you want, great. Let's build the business to support that, not build a business that's destroying your life. Can everyone see where this is going? Yeah. Next step is we did a lot of work of getting absolutely clear on who the client was that they wanted, as in their ideal client, not who they could work with. It's who do they want to work with. And we did this across the board, even with Jackie. What are the ideal investment properties that they need to buy that gives them the return that supports the lifestyle they want? Could you see? Even though a building isn't a customer, it's not a human being, it's still an investment opportunity. So we look very deep into that. We spend time on that. We raised all their profiles in different ways. So you'd think, well, how do you raise a profile of a guy in the meat industry? Well, what Paul did, once we analyzed everything, we looked at the data. Oh, I missed the data. We looked at the data for everybody, right? We looked at what are best strategies, and then we looked about raising their profile. So with Paul, once we looked at the data, he did something that no one else in the meat industry did. He sent every one of her potential clients that he wanted to work with a personalized video, right? A personalized video. No one in the meat factory ever got that. If nothing else, he got 10 meetings and he got 3 clients from that. Then we looked at the data and we said, okay, what's the greatest pain for the meat factory? Well, obviously it going wrong, cost them £6,000 an hour. How could we prevent that? So he did the research and then he invested in a piece of machinery that scans the machine and can predict when it's going to go wrong and what's going to go wrong. So he said, hey, let me come in, I'll do a free scan, and then if you want afterwards, I can do the maintenance works. Guess how much work he won as a result of that? Can you see? That's why looking at data-driven decisions is so important. Yeah? And because of that, I'll show you what he rang me up and said in a minute. With every single one of them, we check their messaging. Is the messaging landing at their ideal client? If not, it needs tweaking. Is the language, is the brand colors, are the images, everything, is it landing on the right clientele? Right? And then we chose the right channels to market. Is this making sense? Yeah? I know it's not rocket science, but it's so important. If you note, again, take nothing else, take these 8 steps. Whether you do them with me or not, it doesn't matter. Do these 8 steps in your business and you'll get the elite business lifestyle. You'll get that lifestyle you want in your business. So, remember Paul? Paul, we worked on that. Then Paul finished working with me, he disappeared. Then he calls me one morning. He's like, Elliot. He's from Liverpool. I'm not going to attempt to do a Scouse accent because every time I've attempted it, someone's been in the audience from Liverpool and I've offended them. So I don't want to offend anybody. But he called me up. It's like, Elliot. No, I kind of want to have a go, but I'm not going to do it. He rings me up. He goes, you know how I told you you're going to make me a millionaire? I was like, yes. He goes, well, Elliot, I am a millionaire. Thank you so much. And I was like, well done, Paul. Guess what my response was? Why didn't I keep you on retainer? Was my response, yes? So well done to him. And now he spends quality time with his wife, plus he gets to travel the world doing what he wants because he set up the business in a way that he doesn't need to be there anymore. So that's as a result of those 8 steps. This is what we did. We created a new product line. We focused on proactive services versus reactive. And again, you can check him out. Matrix Services is the company. Grew his revenue to 7 figures, and he had more time freedom. Is that good? Yes or no? Good, right? Harriet. Harriet actually is doing so well, it's crazy. She literally, we looked at tweaking her sales language, her sales funnel, everything about that. Who here knows Interesting Talks? Do you guys know Interesting Talk? Yeah, you know it. She's the most booked out speaker ever. Every time she goes up there, she sells out. And she's doing insanely well. Yeah. Again, people still did the hard work. We just guide them. You know, as I said, there's no quick fix. And then this is Jackie and Dave. They're now married. And here's what Jackie and Dave do now, right? They take a holiday every 6 weeks. They work their little butts off for 6 weeks, and then they take a 2-week holiday. Because that's the lifestyle design that they wanted. That's the life they wanted to live. And now they're starting to talk about babies and things like that. Right? So that's Jackie and Dave, and now they only invest in properties which are 2 million plus. And that's what they do. So, but that's because of those 8 steps. And I know they're 8 simple steps, but they're 8 important steps. I don't call them, you know how everyone's like, these are the 7 steps. They're not but those are 8 crucial steps. This is what they sent me once we finished working together. I don't know if you can read that, but it just says I'm awesome, basically. And that you should always think about working with me, and Elliot is always right. That's basically what it says. In a nutshell, that's the best summary I can give you on that. So here's the thing. How many of you have oh shit moments in your business? Yeah? Well, I had my oh shit moments several times over. Yes, I told you I lost pretty much everything. I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent. And what's like a typical entrepreneur story, you know? I invested in a property in properties in Wales, and then 2008 happened. I lost my properties. I was in debt. They recalled the debt. Does anyone know that? How many times have you heard that story? Yeah? Unfortunately, I am one of them too. I turned it round. But here's the thing. The greatest thing that I had when I had my oh shit moments, when I had those moments like, what's the point? Yeah? Why am I doing this? Shall I go back and get a job? Or shall I keep going? The greatest thing I had around me was support. The greatest thing I had around me was coaches and mentors that really helped me. I'll never forget that when things really hit the fan for me, that I would call them up and I'd say, look, I really think we need to stop and pause. They're like, no, this is the worst time for you to stop and pause. And none of them let me go, which was great. So there's times I was lying there not knowing how I was going to pay my rent. Yeah, I still had my mentors. And I still found the monies for them. Because that's what helped me turn this round. So whatever's going on in your life, please make sure you have support around you that allows you to keep going. And I know it's tempting when times are really tough to pull back, to withdraw. That's the worst thing you can do. So again, if there's nothing else you take, ask for help when it's needed, not just when times are bad. Yeah? So you getting value so far? Is it a little bit enlightening? Yeah? Good. So is it okay for the last 10 minutes I just tell you how we could work together and carry on? If not, it's fine. I hope you got value. Did you get value? Did you learn some things? Yeah? Good. So I'm just going to tell you what's on offer. If you want it, yay. If you don't, it's okay. Either way, it's good with me. So there's 2 ways we can work together. It's kind of bounced all over the screen a bit. That says strategy intensive. And that says Lifestyle 360. I'm only going to talk about Lifestyle 360, really, because Strategy Intensive is my 2-day training. But I want to spend some more time with you. So at Strategy 360, it's a 2-hour boardroom, basically, in London, where we sit down, we look at where you are now, where do you want to go, what's in the way, and we look around the key strategies to get there. So that's what that is. And it's really nice. It's intimate. We keep them small. We keep them to 12 people. I don't do big rooms because I really like to connect with people and hone in on people. So the next one is happening on the 2nd of March at a really nice venue. Here's what some people who have attended Lifestyle 360 have had to say. I'm very blessed that people would like to give me good feedback. Sometimes it's not good, but You can't win them all. You can't be happy all the time, my man. You can't always get positive feedback. But most of the time it's positive, right? That's what people have said. So the next one is on the 2nd of March. It's at the Tower Hotel, which is right by Tower Hill. It's beautiful. You can see the Thames. Often when I do my events there, the sun is shining. I bring the sun with me. It's fantastic. Yeah. And here's the Best You special offer, right, which is available today. I am going to ask you to make a decision today because I want you to make a decision today. So if you do decide to join us on the 2nd of March, if you can't make the 2nd of March, there is the 20th of April, but please sign up today. You get my book, Power to Succeed, when you show up to the event. On Amazon, it's $17.99. I think in the shop it's $15. But also, I'll give you my Udemy course, Strategy Intensive, online as well. That's all included. You'll get all of that. That's the value of the bonuses. It's £30. It's £30 for 2 hours. You get the book, you get the course, all included if you do make a decision to sign up today. And here's how you sign up. It's really simple. Yeah, you text Lifestyle 360 to 88802. Yeah, you follow the process of signing up. I will get a notification that you've signed up. And then you'll get your book and everything sent. Well, the book you'll get every day. And then I'll send you the link for the course so you can start that straight away. Is that good? You can give me your email if you want me to send it to you. But the easiest way, because there's people here, means that because I need to be out on time. You can't have people queuing to sign up. So it just makes it easier. So literally you just text Lifestyle 360 888. You get the link. You can do it through your phone. It's all secure. Yeah. And that's it. That's really it. So do you have value? Did you learn some things? Yeah? Good. I hope to see some of you at Lifestyle 360. If you have any questions, I'll be around for a few more minutes before I jet off because I need to do some filming today in Guildford. My name's Elliot Kay, and thank you for coming to the talk.
For more information, go to www.thebestyou.co.